guys and welcome back to my channel. So happy Fossil Friday, and first things first, apologies for the lack of content last week, but I do have a very good reason. I was finishing my master's thesis, so this has been quite a long time in the coming, but I finally, it's not 100% finished, but we've done the complete first draft, and it's not just a thesis. It's a guidebook for a geopark. So some of you may have remembered I posted a video where I was on a volcano called Nissaros. I'll link it down below if you'd like to explore the island with me. And I ended up writing the guidebook for that geopark. So we've got the first draft printed here, so it's so exciting to see it in print form. And I'll show you a little bit inside it, because I know a few of you have asked what's my thesis on. And I ended up doing a thesis project because the way my master's works is it was 3 taught semesters in different specializations of geoscience, and then my final semester was my thesis. And 1 semester to write a thesis isn't a long time, especially if I want to do lab work or research. It's kind of one or the other. You either do the research or you write the thesis. You can't really do both. So I decided to do a bit of a different type of thesis because it was an option where I work with a geology institution or company, and in my case a geopark, which was very exciting, especially studying geoconservation. It was all very relevant, and you actually like work with them on a project. And it just so happens my project was writing a book, which it's a bit crazy. So your girl's going to be an author because this will become an official product of the geopark that the public can buy. And it was a really kind of amazing experience translating a completely different geology subject, nothing to do with paleontology. This is a volcanic island, and taking that complex geology and making it understandable for everyone. So I've had a lot of fun making this, and I go out to the island next week to test the guidebook, so actually check what I've written is useful, make any changes, and then the official one will probably be published this sort of summer time once I make those changes. But it's just so exciting to see. And also, look, it's not just a book, we have fold out maps and everything. It's just crazy to kind of see it printed. And then I also wrote about like the mythology of the island and the history. So it's been such an interesting thing to write because it's taken my geology knowledge but also all my other skills. So I've had to write about biology, you know, all the flora and fauna of the island. So you've got biodiversity, you've got geodiversity, then you've got the cultural heritage, so all the churches and monasteries, and the historical value of certain sites where you've got like fortresses and ruins of certain like civilizations and watchtowers. And I just can't tell you how fun this has been. So yeah, that is what my thesis was on. So I just thought I'd do a little update video where I kind of explain a bit about my thesis, because quite a few of you have been asking. So I was writing a book, a guidebook, but I'm classing it as a full-on book because it's just so exciting. Yeah, on a volcano. I never in a million years would think I'd be writing my master's thesis about igneous rocks, but here we are. See, I'm a girl of many interests, so it's paleontology and volcanoes now. We'll see what's next. Maybe mining, who knows? But yeah, that is what I've been doing. It's so exciting to see. So I can't wait to get onto the island next week and test these with a few other students and then also my supervisor. So it's all very exciting, but the hard work is done. I mean, this is the skeleton of the book, and then I've just got to maybe tweak the meat a little bit, but it's done. And that's the final piece to my master's. I just have to defend it, and then I got it. So it's, yeah, crazy to think that this is my final kind of deadline, and thank you all for being so patient with me. I know Fossil Friday's been a bit iffy over the past few months with finishing all my deadlines, and it's also not always about fossils, is it? Especially next week, because I'll be on the island, so if I can, I'll film a volcanic Friday for you guys in the island is spectacular. I will link it down below if you guys haven't seen the island, because honestly, it's like out of this world. It feels like another planet. It's so many like volcanic craters, and there's just like fumaroles everywhere. There's gas and steam coming out of all of these vents. It's spectacular to see, and I did capture some really cool footage last time I was there, so do check that out, and I'll try and capture some more for you next week. So if there's anything in particular you'd like to see from a volcanic island, do let me know and I'll try and film it when I'm there. But yeah, I just thought I'd share an update and be like, yeah, I wrote a book, did my thesis, just an average couple of weeks really, because I'm the type of person that I really focus on something. So when I have a big deadline, I just crack down and I do nothing else for a while, and that's what I did with my thesis. So it's been morning to night, 8 AM to 11 PM, just cracking it out, but I'm so happy with how it's turned out. It's just it's just crazy to see. And I did lots of like custom QR codes, and they've got dinosaurs in the middle, and it all links to the website and everything. So I've tried to make it a really like fun and engaging book that people will find useful when they go to each of the 24 geosites. So I'll also link the Geoparks website down below if you'd like to check that out and actually see where I'm writing my thesis on. But yeah, that's just my little ramble. I hope you're all doing well, and I'll be back prepping my Megalitosaurus in probably 3 or 4 weeks. I'll be back on that, and got very exciting news about that. I'm in the process of getting a customized stand made for it. So the process will take a while, but it's being made out of steel, and it's just going to look so cool. So that's all happening. I'll finish the center of it, I think, in one more part, I hope. And then I've just got to decide about the paraloid. But anyway, look after yourselves. I just wanted to come on and say hi and update you all. My Instagram's down below, although I've been terrible at updating that recently. But I'll get back on that. Now that the thesis, well, the hard part's out the way, I still have to update it a little bit. But now that the first draft is done, we're done. I can relax. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. Like and subscribe for more, and hopefully I'll see you next week.